Wilson is back in for Eddie Howe. And Norwich start the new year bottom, and just 4 teams over the years have survived from that position. The Canaries, the only team who failed to win a game in December, despite several improved performances. Todd Cantwell is recalled for them today, whilst Palace proving hard to beat. 1 defeat in 7 now for them, despite so many injuries for Roy Hodgson, and they are unchanged today. But back to the team news for our featured game. They're starting with City, and 5 changes made by Pep Guardiola. 2 at fullback starts for João Cancelo and Benjamin Mendy. A rare starting chance too for Phil Foden, and Ilkay Gundogan and Gabriel Jesus also come in. The likes of Aguero and Sterling on the bench. David Silva back fit and amongst those in reserve too. And Claudio Bravo continuing in goal. Ederson out due to illness. And changes too for Everton, a slightly more defensive look today. Coming in, Seamus Coleman, Luca Dean, Yerry Mina and Fabian Delph. Moise Keane amongst those left out. He was hoped to be the same team which beat Burnley in their first game under Carlo Ancelotti. But Bernard was injured in the warm-up, calf issue for him. So Tom Davies, a late inclusion for the Toffees. Well, these 2 men sum up the allure of coaching in this division. They meet for the first time in England, Messrs Guardiola and Ancelotti. They last met in a Champions League semi-final when Real Madrid beat Guardiola's Bayern Munich 5-0 over 2 legs. 2 wins from 2 so far for Carlo Ancelotti. It's been the perfect start for him. Or will it be the perfect start for David Moyes, back at West Ham? And what a massive game there, Don, for West Ham against Bournemouth today. Our main focus at the Etihad, but at the bottom, that is the big game.
Yeah, absolutely crucial. He looks quite relaxed. David Moyes, I'm sure he'll be pretty nervy this afternoon. He'd love a performance, but that game is all about the win.
So Everton will start this game here. And there has been a sense of vulnerability of late to Manchester City. So you would hope to see Everton give this game a real good go, and they should be brimming with self-belief.
Oh, you would have thought so, with 2 wins on the spin. Beat Burnley and beat Newcastle. Very, very good under Carlo Ancelotti, but this is a tough task. This is a real test of what they've got, especially away from home against the City side, who are a little bit nervy against Sheffield United, but got the job done.
So another goal rush, 3 more games for you to enjoy. Premier League, which began 10,000 days ago today. And these 2 sides going again. Just a couple of days on from weekend wins. We'll see which can start this new year on the right foot. It's Fernandinho. Eric Garcia still playing in that central defensive area. Just 18 years of age, only his 2nd start in the Premier League.
I think that loss to Bernard might be a change of shape for Everton. They might play 3 centre-halves. Luca Dean left wing-back and Sidibe on the right.
Here's Benjamin Mendy, one of those coming in for done in the air.
Just a fraction away there, Kevin De Bruyne, who's time this season.
We so enjoy watching him at the weekend on Sunday, and he was man of the match in that hard-fought win in the end against Sheffield United. Goal and assist for him. Mina there gets away with that one. Just about finds Mason Holgate.
Well, I'm not sure. He was trying to find Mason Holgate. Maybe he was going to Luca Dean on the left-hand side, but he got lucky.
Everton coming here in the top half after back-to-back wins. Only 5 points off the top 6. Just goes to show how back-to-back wins can transform the field of the season. It's the highest they've been since early September.
I don't think you should underestimate the job that Duncan Ferguson done just before Carlo Ancelotti came in. Steadied the ship, got them playing well. A little bit of passion, bit of fight. You see where they are on the table now. They're getting the rewards.
Here's Jesus. Hoping to find Mahrez, but Holgate was back there for Everton. Good work there by Rodri. Gundogan. almost dropped it at the weekend. Made that pretty bad mistake in the defeat at Wolves for the goal to make it 2-2. They're daddying on the ball.
I think it's nice to see Cancelo back in the side. He's a real talented player. We've not seen enough of him this season.
Just a fifth league start for the Portuguese, his first since November. Going on this time for Everton. Towards Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's been their star man in the past couple of games, the match winner at Burnley and at Newcastle.
He's been absolutely flying over the last half a dozen games, Calvert-Lewin. Got so much confidence, he's starting to get his goals. He might be rewarded pretty soon with a new contract.
There's Cancelo, by Luca Dean, who's returned in place of Leighton Baines today. Pep Guardiola was saying this week that one of his big regrets of his career was not signing for a Parma team led by Ancelotti back in Serie A in the 1990s. Really wanted to play under him, but never quite happened. But stayed at Barca, and things went pretty well for him there. So still goalless here, but there is news from elsewhere. Number 3 games underway, and at Carrow Road, Norwich, who are bottom of the pile, are in front against Crystal Palace, and Todd Cantwell, brought back in by Daniel Farke, in the goals very early on there. They play just 4.5 minutes. It's Norwich 1, Crystal Palace 0.
Yeah, you can see he's just onside, half a yard there. Todd Cantwell gets a little bit fortunate way the ball drops to his feet. Another youngster that's in fine form.
Tight offside call, but was checked by VAR. The goal stands. 3 goals in his last 5 home games. A player who really has kicked on in the big time this season. And a player who may well be on the radar of many other clubs too. Great start there for Norwich. Began the day 7 points away from safety. Certainly not helped by some of those big wins for teams above them, the likes of Watford, Villa and Southampton. John Davies just caught there. Never easy for a player who has to come into the team at late notice.
Yeah, it's always a little bit strange. I don't think it's too bizarre. I think as a player you can feed off a little bit of, you know, you're fresh and you've come into the side, you haven't worried too much. Mentally you'll be fresh because you wouldn't have been preparing to start. You come off the bench and it's all a little bit new, but sometimes it can work for you.
He has very good memories of playing against Manchester City. He scored his first Everton goal against them when he was 18. 3 years ago this month, a 4-0 win that day for Everton. Biggest home league defeat in the career of Pep Guardiola.
It's a chance for Everton today to really see how brave they are and try and put this City side, who are vulnerable. They are leaking goals, put them under pressure. And you feel as though if you're a Man City fan, from now on in, you'll be looking for a run of results. And they are the type of side that can do it. And they'll try and reel in Leicester. They'll try and go half a dozen games unbeaten. Try and win them all if possible.
This game 4 points behind Brendan Rodgers' team after their success away at Newcastle. Mendy just behind Jesus. Davies mopping up.
It's a beautiful ball by Gundogan, and that's the area where Mendy can get in, with Everton now playing 3 centre-halves.
Gundogan. Loose pass by him, Davies snapping away, now Calvert-Lewin. Sidibe's on the move and nearly picked out Mendy's touch. Now Richarlison. Sidibe. Sigurdsson. Holgate. A lovely crossfield pass by him to pick out Sidibe.
Beautiful pass. Another player that's banging form, Mason Holgate.
Sigurdsson looking for Coleman. Good move here. And it's a big save by Claudio Bravo. That would have been some team goal for Everton.
Well, it's a stunning save. Seamus Coleman got himself on the right-hand side. He made a lovely run and he was onside. Fernandinho was playing him on. He'd done the right thing. Took a touch on his thigh and then left foot finished into that top corner. And he's very, very close to pulling that skill off.
There's often questions raised about Claudio Bravo's shot stopping, but that was a fine save there. But Everton have the game's first corner. Sigurdsson takes it. On by Fernandinho. Then on by Mahrez. Coleman. Sigurdsson's onside. Passing move there by Everton just summed up their change in confidence over the past couple of weeks. That's a loose one though by Delph, and De Bruyne could be away. He was being fouled. The referee playing the advantage. De Bruyne going on up against Seamus Coleman. That was good recovery work from him.
Brilliant work from Coleman. He knew he was in trouble when he had Kevin De Bruyne taking him on 1v1 inside his own 18-yard box, but he matched him for pace.
Good even game here early on, and the best chance falling Everton's way. Foden. Second league start of this campaign for Phil Foden, only his 5th in his career in the Premier League. Rodri. Now João Cancelo. Mahrez.
City looking sharp. Passing's been good.
So much sharper compared to Sunday when they were flat and laboured. The manner of their defeat at Wolves last Friday took a lot out of them. Pickford's come flying off his goal line there, but did beat Mahrez to it.
Only just as well, because that was a terrific run. Gundogan just pulling strings in midfield for Man City. Done well coming off his line. You see that ball is tipped over the top. It might have just been onside there, Riyad Mahrez.
Two sides met just 3 months ago at Goodison Park. City won by 3-1. Now aiming to make it 5 straight wins over Everton. Garcia, good ball, Mendy. Jesus. It's up by Gundogan.
Seems to be their go-to ball. Mendy on the left-hand side, he's got lots of room.
Mahrez. By Tom Davies. One of the starts of last season when Benjamin Mendy's crossing was absolutely outstanding, but then came that recurrence of the knee issue. It's been a long road back to get to a high level again. And it's an area, that left-back spot, which is still wanting some doubt as to whose is a long-term man to occupy that role for Manchester City.
Yeah, it's difficult to be a Pep, isn't it? Both Zinchenko and Mendy have different qualities. He's trying to keep his width from that left-hand side. He's trying to pose Seamus Coleman, Sidibe the problem.
Well worked here for Cancelo. Great ball in and turned in by Foden. The teenager's goal. And Pep Guardiola, the man who leads the applause for Manchester City. Only his 2nd ever goal in the Premier League. The defending champions in front.
Well, how many times do we see the player arriving at the far post having a tap in? It's a great cross from Cancelo, just flashed hard and low across the 6-yard box. It's normally Raheem Sterling. This time it's Phil Foden with a tap in. Jesus was unlucky. He went across the near post. Good way to pass from Mahrez, and this is a terrific ball, hard and low. He's begging to be finished.
Well, a big goal for him. He's had to be so patient over the past couple of years for game time Manchester City. But before we resume, there's going to be a check, and offside being given here.
I think it might have been Riyad Mahrez, you know, Joe.
There's more than a check. The goal's been ruled out.
Yeah,
so it's still 0-0.
He was offside in the build-up there, and then he was just trying to get himself back on side. And it's a good decision. It was tight, but Mahrez was offside. Correct call.
Referee Andre Mariner, VAR David Coots. We've had plenty of marginal calls today and in recent days all over the festive period. The officials got that one spot on and quickly as well, which was good to see.
100%. It's good to see. It was quick and it was correct.
So no goal for Foden. And a reprieve for Everton.
I tell you, we've seen so many close calls offside over the last couple of weeks, but now it puts the onus on the players, Joe, to work harder to get back on side.
Bang to the head here for Riyad Mahrez, but doesn't appear to be too serious for the Algerian. Guardiola certainly there applauding the move from Manchester City, and you're right, that cross the box ball has been a regular feature over the past couple of years. As you say, Sterling's been the man normally to turn them in. Phil Foden today, Guardiola there in discussion with the fourth official, Kevin Friend.
It's a move you see a lot with City because they work the ball very sharply and they get into wide areas. They never take their time. As soon as they get the ball in any sort of wide area, they flash the balls across the 6-yard box. And you're right, I think it's anyone wearing blue. As soon as someone like De Bruyne or Cancelo or even Mendy on the left-hand side, they get any sort of room, you make you run into the 6-yard box, and they're getting so many tap-ins at the far post. They obviously work on that in training. I think they'll be happy, Guardiola, with the start. I think his team have performed well. I think they've looked sharp.
Fernandinho, route back to Bravo was cut off. Good ball there by Fernandinho to Mahrez, and away came Yerry Mina.
Excellent pressure from Everton, but they played the way out of trouble there really well, Man City.
Busy old day. It's been great viewing. Began with that stunning goal for Johan Bash for Brighton to equalise there against Chelsea. Big win for Villa. Leicester with a 3-0 success away at Newcastle. Southampton's wonderful form continuing. So too Watford, beating Wolves by 2-1. 3 games on the goal rush now. The only goals going at Carrow Road. Todd Cantwell for Norwich. And still one more game tonight at the Emirates Stadium. Gundogan. Foden.
Well, Everton might just need to sit in for a couple of minutes. They're under real pressure at the moment. They can't get out. City are penning them back.
Benjamin Mendy. Rodri. Jean Cancelo. Here's Riyad Mahrez. The flag's up for offside. He pulled the ball down well. Offside given again.
He's saying no. It looked like a good decision. He was always trying to arc his run in behind, and it was very tight. In fact, he might have been onside. Yeremina might have been playing him on.
Let's just head away to the big game at the bottom between West Ham and Bournemouth. And West Ham have scored here against Bournemouth. Mark Noble's shot there going in via a massive deflection. And what a start for David Moyes in his return to West Ham. They're a goal up there against Bournemouth, Don.
And the skipper gets it. Took a massive deflection on the way through from Lewis Cook. Bournemouth very unlucky there, but David Moyes won't care.
Meantime, back at the Etihad, bit of controversy here perhaps ensuing, with a potential penalty being checked here by the VAR. Riyad Mahrez is going through, Luca Dean coming back at him.
Well, I think the question has to be, it can't be a penalty because they gave offside, didn't they?
Well, the flag went up. I think the question is, did the whistle go to stop play? And I'm not entirely sure it did. There's also suspicion of a handball there against Mahrez too.
That's a difficult one. The handball's a hard one to call. It looked like it come off the seam of the shirt. I'm just not sure because the flag did go up, but I'm not sure if Andre Mariner blew his whistle or not.
Well, the fact they're checking the potential penalty would suggest that the officials have deemed that there was no offside offence. Then the question of a potential handball by Mahrez.
Well, he didn't look offside. He didn't look offside. I thought Yeremina was playing him on onside.
Well, the check is over. It's no penalty. And we're restarting with the free kick for offside, which I must say is a bit baffling.
Oh, I thought Yeremina was playing Riyad Mahrez onside.
Another occasion in the opening 20 minutes where VAR has actually come to the aid of Everton. Tom Davies. Sigurdsson. Here's Richarlison. Not really got involved in the game so far, but Everton as a team have not really featured going forward yet. Just that one good move where Coleman found himself well forward. Just reflect on the way things stand in the bottom half right now. It's been quite some day down there. Some massive wins for several sides, and West Ham, as we've just seen, going in front against Bournemouth. That would put Bournemouth in the bottom three, and West Ham would climb to 16th. Long way to go yet, and it's such a pivotal match at the London Stadium. Still no John Stones in the squad for City this evening. Still not quite fully fit just yet. Rick Laporte absent too, although his return not too far away now. He's out there on the training pitch again. Still coming to clear here. The hope will be for Guardiola to get these players back fit again for the big cup games coming up now, which may well become the main focus of their season as the months go on. The chance to retain the League Cup. They have a semi-final coming up soon against their neighbours, Manchester United. Next up is the FA Cup. Play against Port Vale. Of course, the Champions League resuming in a couple of months' time as well. That Glamour against Real Madrid. Guardiola's message. He wants to maintain their focus and maintain their work rate.
Shan's instructions, isn't he, from the technical area? He wants Man City further up the pitch. He's been happy when they've had the ball.
He was asked before the game for his New Year's resolution, Pep Guardiola. So work harder, play better and pray. Jesus. Divine intervention might not save City this season. He had the title race.
Sorry, Joe, he had a little ball off to his right-hand side. Jesus. And it was Riyad Mahrez. Don't blame him on the edge of the box for taking that shot on, trying to find the top right-hand corner.
Starting chance again for the Brazilian in place of Sergio Aguero. Actually, over the years, Gabriel Jesus has a fine record against Everton, 5 goals against them. 2 in this fixture last season. Goalless here so far today, just past the midway point of the first half. Sidibe for Everton. The Monaco team, which knocked City out of the Champions League a couple of years ago. He's proved to be a super buy this year for Everton. I say buy, he's on loan at the moment, but an option to make that deal a permanent one come the summer, which I'm sure Everton will be eager to make happen.
Oh, I would have thought so. He's a cracking player. He can play a number of positions. As you see today, he's playing as a wing-back, but he can play as an orthodox right-back. And before the game, if Everton were going 4-4-2, Seamus Coleman would have played there. Sidibe would have played on the right-hand side.
Luka D. Holgate. And Mina. Nice touch by Richarlison. Fabian Delph. Switch between these two sides over the summer. Twice the league champion in his time playing Manchester City. Good play there by Coleman, but just caught by De Bruyne. So a free kick for Everton. Sidibe. Sigurdsson. High and hanging too deep for the 2 players in the centre there, Calvert-Lewin and Davies. Cancelo has done well.
That's a brilliant ball. Didn't panic there, Cancelo. Excellent ball.
It's a comfortable take from Schmeichel.
Now De Bruyne.
Injured in the
heavy touch from him.
Seems to be okay though. Seems to be a slight follow
Let's head
through.
back to East
There's a
London
slip
once
more than
again.
anything from Muto.
In the spaceman battle, West Ham, who went in front through Mark Noble, will then scored against Sebastian Haller. Played fantastic finish.
They're incredible. I call
West
them the
Ham
surgical side.
absolutely flying, 2 goals up.
In the nicest possible sense. I've watched them do that from League One through the Championship and now in the Premier League.
Second goal for West Ham.
Very few teams are able to conquer.
Huge impact being made by David Moyes. They'd lost their previous 4 home games on the spin. Haller back in the goal, 6 for the campaign. His first home goal back since early October. West Ham leading Bournemouth 2-0. Some teams making a big move up the table today. The team who was sinking looked to be Bournemouth. If they were to lose that match, it would be 8 defeats in 10 games for them. Certainly worrying times for Eddie Howe. This is Mendy for City. Foden. Now the early goal here ruled out by the VAR for offside, and rightly so.
man. Eric Garcia started the game well, Joe. A lot of the ball at his feet, but he's made some good decisions.
It's been well worked here to Mendy. Now Riyad Mahrez got the shot away as well. Pickford with a pretty comfortable save, it must be said, behind for a corner. A good flowy move.
Yeah, Everton have got to find a way of stopping Benjamin Mendy. He's the player who's looking a threat because he's got so much space out on the left-hand side. He's picking some good balls into Jesus and Kevin De Bruyne, Riyad Mahrez on that occasion.
Mahrez with the ball in. Attacked by Fernandinho. Came off Dominic Calvert-Lewin and behind again. Mahrez in again, low this time, flicks on by Rodri. It's come back to Ilkay Gundogan, good hit.
That's an excellent hit from the German on the edge of the box. Took a lovely first touch and just hit that really true.
Recovering work there by Fernandinho. Nearly loose one by Garcia, but made into a good pass by Mahrez. And now Kevin De Bruyne. Taken out there by Yerry Mina. I think De Bruyne suggesting that the Colombian should get booked for that.
I think Yerry Mina was expecting Kevin De Bruyne to take a touch to his right-hand side, and just an unfortunate collision.
Well, it is the first yellow card of the game for Yerry Mina. The right side being the issue for Everton, but you think they should be covered there with two out-and-out fullbacks on that side of the pitch.
Yeah, I just think when you look at the position of Sidibe, he's trying to keep an eye on going forward. He's got to be alongside Seamus Coleman. You can see now he's off. As soon as Mason Holgate got that ball, he vacated his position. Fraction too early, in my opinion.
Richarlison. Important foot in there by Fernandinho. Rodri. Mahrez. Garcia. Foden. Sigurdsson's gone down there, and he's gone down in some pain too. But he has given a free kick to Everton.
He got caught from Phil Foden, but it looked an accident. I could be wrong. Good work initially from Eric Garcia in a tight situation, got himself out of trouble. Yeah, it's just an accident from Foden, just stands on Sigurdsson's foot.
Mina. Again, the ball skills there by Garcia. Nice pass though, but a defender scored by Barcelona. So no surprise, he's really confident in possession. Just his 11th senior game. This his debut came just over 12 months ago, a League Cup tie against Leicester. Signed from Barca back in 2017. Mendy.
Touch. Beautiful touch from De Bruyne.
Rodri. Cancelo. Jesus. Hold-up play by him. Gundogan. Cancelo. Jesus wide. Riyad Mahrez. Offside again. To be watched for that, Manchester City.
See, he's offside twice there. Riyad Mahrez. He's got to work harder and back into an onside position.
Sent forward by Jordan Pickford for Everton. Sidibe. Good work by Mendy. Jesus. Now Foden. To get beyond Fabian Delph. Rodri. Cancelo. Riyad Mahrez now. Writhing is Mendy. Gundogan. Possession here for City, but yet to force a notable save from Jordan Pickford. De Bruyne just about keeps the ball there, which gives us a chance to head back to the London Stadium again. And this first half of West Ham getting better and better. They've been given a penalty here for a foul by Harry Wilson on Mark Noble. Checked by VAR, Dom. Graham Scott, the referee.
It's not a penalty, he kicks the floor.
Maybe some fortune going West Ham's way there, but Mark Noble stepping up, and the skipper now has 2 goals, 3 for West Ham before half-time. A fantastic half there for the Hammers.
It's a great start for David Moyes. I don't think that was a penalty. I think Harry Wilson was tracking Mark Noble back into the box, and the youngster knew he couldn't touch Mark Noble from behind, and then Mark Noble kicks the floor.
They've had just 2 home wins all season, West Ham. They should be well on course for all 3 points now in that one.
And you're right, Joe. Bournemouth are in free fall, aren't they? In desperate trouble. Got so many injuries now, sitting in the bottom 3.
On a day where lots of results have gone against Eddie Howe's side. One of them there, Villa's success away at Burnley. Southampton in fine form right now to 11th place, so Watford resurgent. Team who won just 9 points before Nigel Pearson took charge. They've won 10 since he took the reins. Remarkable transformation.
Yeah, absolutely, and it goes to show, Joe, if you can stick 2 wins back to back down at the bottom of the league, where it can take you. The last 4 games, Southampton, 3 wins and a draw. I think the board need a bit of credit as well, Joe, after that 9-0 hammering against Leicester. They lost the 2 games after that, but the board didn't panic. And look where they are now, Southampton, 11th.
Another striker, bang in form, Danny Ings, scoring once again for them today. Goals in the other 2 games, but in our feature goal-rush game here, it's still 0-0. Rodri for City, looking for Foden. Good run that by him. Holgate on the way of Gundogan. Now De Bruyne. Jesus wrestling with Coleman. No foul though.
It might be a case of the player in Man City's midfield making runs forward, because Everton are set with that back 5. It's difficult for Jesus to try and get himself in, so it might need someone like De Bruyne or Phil Foden to make runs in behind.
De Bruyne. By Sigurdsson, Mendy, Foden. Mendy goes again. Good cut back. Gabriel Jesus fell to his wrong foot.
Yeah, not an easy one. Riyad Mahrez was just behind him and might have favoured Mahrez on his left side, but again, good work from Phil Foden and Mendy. Just trying to take the first touch on his right foot there, Jesus, and the left foot volley.
Calvert-Lewin. Good hold-up play. Hasn't been a day, New Year's Day, down the years, which has proved to be too successful for Everton. They've lost their previous 3 on the 1st of January without scoring a single goal. There'll be questions raised as to what they do on New Year's Eve. Don has the answer to that question as a former Evertonian. I'd rather not know. Delp with the ball forward there.
Millennium was a good night. There's no games there after.
As I said, would rather not know.
I think both managers potentially going into half-time might be quite happy. I think Carlo Ancelotti will need more from his team going forward, but defensively they've been quite sound. Pep's men have started well, they're playing good football, just missing that final ball.
Mendy. He's just been to by Mina.
Again, though, it was Sidibe that was well out of position. De Bruyne with a first-time pass. Got to manage this game now, Everton. 5 minutes before half-time. Make sure you don't give anything away. So he's off again.
Few coaches, if any, around the world who can match the managerial wisdom of Carlo Ancelotti. I wonder whether he may tweak things at half-time down that right flank. He's tackled there by Delp. Davies going in. A little bit too strongly, though, for the referee's liking.
Yeah, I don't think it's a case for Carlo Ancelotti to tweak any personnel, just maybe ask Sidibe, because they are away from home, just to be a little bit more disciplined.
It's a good ball there for Jesus. Couldn't quite get beyond Mina. Mahrez there in support. His right foot, not his strong suit.
No, I wonder, though, if Jesus could have put a little bit more on this pass. That's the mid. As he runs onto this, put a little bit more onto that ball to try and get onto Riyad Mahrez's left foot. I might be a little bit hypercritical there. I think the ball is just a yard short. They fancied him on his left foot.
There was a man over again, far side. Phil Foden waiting in a similar vein to the start of the game. Garcia. Moving towards half-time in the 3 games underway right now, and 2 potentially huge home wins elsewhere for West Ham and for Norwich.
Dream first half of David Moyes. And Norwich have obviously got more work on. A team that concede a lot of goals. West Ham fans will be happy.
It took Moyes into his 5th game to win his first match in charge of West Ham first time around. be a much better start for him today.
And as he said a couple of days ago, he believes this is a better squad. And I agree.
Mendy. De Bruyne. Sedo. There's for Rodri.
Big switches on left.
Seen by Fernandinho. Good touch by Mendy. Decent ball into for Mahrez. Just couldn't get that shot away.
It's on all the time for Man City if they can switch it from right to left. It's an excellent ball in from Mendy. I think he was just onside there, Jesus. Not sure if it come off the hand of Riyad Mahrez or not.
Definite improvement in this first half compared to the weekend game for Manchester City. Still not quite at their rhythmic best. So just hanging in there for the time being. Calvert-Lewin pressurising Rodri. Tick towards half-time. Good tackle there by Davies. Calvert-Lewin again. Giveaway there by Garcia. Sigurdsson snapping away. Garcia won it back there. Good tackle. Foden. 2 minutes by way of first half stoppage time. Kevin De Bruyne beyond Delph with ease. Safety back with Pickford there.
Yeah, it's not like Kevin De Bruyne not picked the correct pass. He had a little ball 5 yard square to Riyad Mahrez. He had a harder ball to Cancelo on his right hand side.
First half stoppage time here. Same story at Carrow Road between Norwich and Crystal Palace, where Todd Cantwell scored early on for Norwich, who had a chance here to make it 2 before half-time. The chance fell the way of Max Aarons there. His reaction tells you it was a good chance too.
Oh, he's a terrific young fullback, Max Aarons. A great delivery.
So still 1-0 for Daniel Farke's team. It is half-time there now against Crystal Palace. Yeti had a corner in stoppage time for Everton. One last chance for them before the break.
Dangerous zonal marking. Someone like Yerry Mina's got to run on the edge of the box.
Sigurdsson with the corner. Up goes Yerry Mina. That's a chance. He knows it too.
Big chance. Completely unmarked. Gundogan trying to put the block on is too strong for him. And once he gets there, he should hit the target.
You can argue the best 2 chances in the game have fallen away of Everton. Seamus Coleman from that lovely move, a fine save by Claudio Bravo. And Yerry Mina just there before the break. But a goalless first half here. Phil Foden's goal ruled out by VAR. The nearest Pep Guardiola's team have gone to the opening goal in the game. Manchester City looking to close that gap on Leicester, and Liverpool above them too, but no way through as of yet. At the break, it's 0-0. The Everton players late to re-emerge. Moyes Keane there amongst those on the bench, left out today by Carlo Ancelotti. He was a starter in their weekend win away at Newcastle. That was a game where the Toffees had 9 attempts on target, their most in an away game for over 8 years. And the first half here this evening, they've had chances again. Phil Foden's disallowed goal by the VAR for offside, denying Pep Guardiola's team the advantage in the first half. But we're all set now for the second period. One of 3 games, as I mentioned, this one. The other 2 underway again. West Ham against Bournemouth. Big game there at the bottom. West Ham 3 goals up at half-time. And Norwich, the bottom club, leading Crystal Palace 1-0. Todd Cantwell's early goal there for them, as they try and stay in contention in the survival battle. But in our main game here, Tom, fairly even first half. City still not quite at their very best, but Everton right in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And City are not their best because of the job that Leicester and Liverpool are doing above them, so they put the pressure on Man City. So even the players feel as though they're vulnerable. And you might see a different scenario like you saw against Sheffield United. Once they take the lead, the confidence will come flooding back. Here's a chance.
Here's a chance straight away with the header for Gabriel Jesus. Have a look there towards the offside flag.
It was a good run. As soon as Kevin De Bruyne got that ball, say a good run, he would have been offside. He tried to make it too early. And this is what the players have got to get used to. They've got to work harder to stay onside.
2 big calls for offside in the first half, both going against City. Kevin De Bruyne. City began the match 14 points behind Liverpool, having played a game more, and 4 points behind Leicester in the race for second place. There was a missed chance for Chelsea to try and make up ground on City in one of the early games today when they were held to a draw away by Brighton. A day where we've seen some fantastic goal, Dom. Another raising your hand back, equalising goal in that game for Brighton was a stunner, the overhead kick.
Goal of the decade, that one. Unbelievable finish.
Well, Hamza Chowdhury's goal for Leicester away at Newcastle up there too.
Beautiful strike that was into the stanchion.
Second best goal of the decade. Sebastian Haller with a lovely goal too for West Ham, one of their 3 first half goals against Bournemouth. Mark Noble with the other 2. Won a debatable penalty.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Pep will be having the conversation with his coaching staff. If the scoreline stays the same for the next 20-30 minutes or so, there's enough weapons on the bench. David Silva, Bernardo Silva, Sergio Aguero and Raheem Sterling. But they'll want to take the lead, obviously, just to give the players on the pitch a lot of confidence, and Everton got to stay in this game.
Blocked there by De Bruyne.
That's a clear block from De Bruyne on Tom Davies.
Calvert-Lewin. Charleston will give chase here. Garcia had to cover. This is the ball towards Mendy. Seamus Coleman, a scrappy spell here from both teams, and given away by Phil Foden, but was fouled. Andre Mariner giving the free kick for City.
Yeah, I was just keeping an eye on Carlo Ancelotti there. And every time the ball's gone up to Calvert-Lewin, he's asking him to be a little bit more calm. Just giving the ball away once or twice. He needs to make sure, as a centre forward, when you're under pressure, that you make that stick, and it gives Everton a chance of moving further up the pitch.
He said this would be a challenge to really see where Everton are. Mentioned they climb into the top half after back-to-back wins. Maybe even European football in their sights again now. They've been a good match so far for City. told to get on with things there by the referee. Ball did squirm out of play. Sloppy there by Seamus Coleman, who was signed 11 years ago this month by Everton for a fee of £150,000.
What a signing he's been. Terrific professional. Some bad injuries along the way. Everton fans absolutely love him.
Over 300 games now for the club. His plays under Marco Silva, but a couple of starts now in the 3 games under Carlo Ancelotti. It's given away by Richarlison. Gundogan for City. Jesus to Foden. He's away from Fabian Delph. Mahrez onto that left foot. Holgate's in the header away.
I think all the plaudits lately have probably gone to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but I think Mason Holgate, since he's been in the side, has been terrific. He played central midfield, didn't he, against Manchester United, and was probably arguably man of the match that night. He can play a number of positions. He's grown with confidence in every game that he plays in.
It's a good ball there for Jesus with a chance. Lovely finish. Gabriel Jesus makes the breakthrough for City just after half-time. It's his 6th career goal against Everton.
And this one will be credited as being onside. It's a brilliant finish from Jesus. It's probably the first time Mason Holgate had 2 players right next to him. He was unsure on who to pick up. Keep an eye on that finish. Jordan Pickford was unlucky. He got a left hand to it. Stunning finish that is from Jesus.
He scored more goals against the Toffees than any other team since he moved to the English game. Lovely curling effort, similar to the goal he scored at Burnley a few weeks ago that we watched here. And the second round of cheers goes around the Etihad because the goal definitely stands.
Well, that's how tight the margins are. I was just saying about Mason Holgate. He was having a terrific game, and for the first time in the game, Riyad Mahrez and Jesus that were literally a couple of yards away from him. He was unsure which one to mark, and he went towards Riyad Mahrez, just took the wrong option, but he was unlucky. The finish was brilliant from Jesus.
So for the first time under Carlo Ancelotti, Everton trail. See Duncan Ferguson's new job now to put the numbers into the subs board. How the mighty can fall. But a corner for Everton straight away to try and hit back. We saw Yerry Mina just before half-time have a good chance from a set piece. Being marked there by Cancelo.
Yeah, that's a mismatch. Cancelo and Yerry Mina.
Sigurdsson with the ball in. Oh, a chance for Calvert-Lewin. He rose really well.
Well, that was a big chance for Calvert-Lewin. So he got away from his marker. Phil Foden was the first marker. He lost him. Got the flight of the ball well enough there, the centre forward. Very unlucky.
Two coaching greats. Discussion there, but it's Guardiola's team on the back foot. Sigurdsson in the game. Jesus won the header. Sidibe going up this time. Fernandinho with his back to goal. And it's offside given. We could go back to Carrow Road again. A good first half for Norwich, who led through Todd Cantwell, and in Emiliano Buendia there with a free kick, looking to make it 2. That's a good save. It may have just been the post that, but Gangster wasn't to know.
He's having a great season, Buendia. Great save from the goalkeeper. In the conversation, Buendia, player of the season. His form's that good.
Great switch to play there to Mendy. Early ball then for Foden. Hooked on towards Jesus. Tom Davies having to be careful. Knocked out by Luca Dean. He's won a free kick. Will be concerned for Norwich fans. They've seen their team go in front several times in recent games and not win those games. It's crucial for them today to get over the line and get those 3 points in the bag.
Yeah, absolutely. They're playing some good football. They're only 1 win in 15, sitting rock bottom of the Premier League, but they play some good football. They always try to play attractive football on the front foot. They need some wins. Just seeing that Jesus finish. And Gundogan with the assist.
Here's Richarlison. Fernandinho defending really well again.
A bit sloppy that from Richarlison. Fernandinho 1v1.
Mendy. Mahrez. Behind Foden, had space there to run into.
You might have to change something here, Carlo Ancelotti. I keep saying about Sidibe, he's far tight, high up the pitch, excuse me. He's given Seamus Coleman hardly any cover.
Cancelo. Jesus.
His position there, number 19, is very central. City can switch the play to the left-hand side. Mendy's got all sorts of room. He's getting attracted towards Riyad Mahrez.
Garcia. That's pulled out by Garcia. Mahrez. Yerry Mina. It's a good battle.
Good strength. No way around there. Gundogan's having a fine game. He's picking some passes in midfield. City are so good. Once they take the lead, they just keep hold of the ball.
Coleman. Richarlison. De Bruyne. It's heavy in doubt.
Richarlison's got to work a lot harder to keep hold of the ball for Everton. Just bouncing off him at the moment. Not really got a starting point.
There's no lack of options in reserve for them in terms of forward-thinking players to come on. Likes of Walcott, Cenk Tosun, Moise Kean on the bench. Bernard got injured in the warm-up for Everton, a calf injury for him, so Tom Davies coming in as a late change to the original starting 11. Mahrez, great ball, Jesus again, 2-0. 2 for him. 2 in just 7 minutes. And all of a sudden, a healthy lead now for Manchester City.
Once they keep hold of the ball and they get that first goal, the confidence comes flooding back. Great ball from Mahrez, correct way to pass into Jesus. Yerry Mina on the stretch, never really going to get there. I'm not sure whether Jordan Pickford should be beating at his near post, but City now flying. Good strike, hard and low. Make sure you hit the target.
A big reaction from Pep Guardiola. It's a fixture in which Gabriel Jesus comes alive. Another player, in many ways, like Foden, who's had to be patient for chances to start games, and when he does, his record pretty good. Theo Walcott coming off the bench now. There's the reaction from Carlo Ancelotti, with Seamus Coleman being sacrificed.
Yeah, that mean Djibril Sidibe will go back into the right-back position. Can't help but feel though it's a little bit too late.
Tough to come back from here, but Wolves did it last week, albeit against 10 men. And a raucous Molyneux. Very different feeling about the game here this evening. Richarlison. Holgate's pass back to Pickford. It's blocked off by Jesus. De Bruyne. Sigurdsson. Here's Richarlison. Calvert-Lewin central, so is Sigurdsson, so is Walcott. But no route beyond Fernandinho.
Great work out from Fernandinho. Didn't go to ground, just stayed patient. Just waited for Richarlison to take a heavy touch and nicked it off his toes.
Let's head back to Carrow Road again. And a chance again for Norwich. Will they rue these? Vrancic there, back post, a goal scorer against Spurs a few days ago. Thick on their near post. Vrancic came in, put it wide. They still lead just 1-0. Will it be enough?
Yeah, it was a good flick on. Kenny McLean at the near post. Big chance that for Vrancic.
Testing with Phil Foden, referee playing the advantage here for City. This comes Yerry Mina, and he's called there by Mahrez. Just going back to Fernandinho. It's been quite a remarkable new lease of life for him now playing at centre-half. He's 34 years of age. It's his final few months now of his current contract with City. I'm sure there'll be an extension offered his way. He must be a great player for these younger, emerging talents to learn from.
You would have thought so with his experience. You can imagine him being excellent inside the dressing room. And he is still on the pitch in whatever position he plays in, whether he's a holding midfield player or a centre-half.
And all of his starts so far this season have been at centre-back. Rodri now has that role as the central midfield player going forward.
It's an easier position to play in once you've played in central midfield in all the hurly-burly of being a central midfield player where there's so much going on, and all of a sudden you go back towards the centre-half position, everything is in front of you, and you play with so much more clarity.
Did you ever go back there?
Absolutely. I'll tell you about the 1v1 with Fernando Torres later. Never got a kick.
You or Torres?
Yeah, unfortunately, Steven Gerrard scored 3 from midfield, though.
Sidibe, look at Guardiola there. Team 2 goals up, but demanding the effort.
No, his team are flying now. This is where they're so good. To take total control of the game.
From this point of last season onwards, they won every game bar one. One being their defeat away at Newcastle. They have the players and talents, the depth as well, that could produce a similar run this season.
It's in them, Joe, isn't it? Absolutely, it's in this Man City side. Yes, they've been a little bit vulnerable of late, but the quality in this squad is remarkable.
The only issue is they've allowed Liverpool to pull, you would think, too far clear this season. But you never know. And they'll keep pushing as hard as they can.
I wouldn't have thought Guardiola would be looking at Liverpool just yet. They've got to reel in Leicester first. And as you mentioned, domestic cups and the Champions League comes around. Glamour games against Real Madrid. We've still got Leroy Sané and Laporte to come back.
That's the reason why Guardiola has ruled out signing players in January several times over the past few weeks. The interesting window could be for Everton, really. Seeing whether Carlo Ancelotti delves into the market, tries to bolster his squad.
Got linked with James Rodriguez yesterday.
That's the sort of glamour signing that the Evertonians want to see, and that Farhad Moshiri is ambitious enough to target.
Flowing now, City on, they playing some cracking football. He's been man of the match so far. Gundogan, I know Jesus has got the 2 goals. Gundogan's been excellent in midfield. Just doesn't give the ball away.
In there against Benjamin Mendy. Yeremina clutching his calf.
It can't be because of an injury from Benjamin Mendy. Ridiculous from Yeremina.
Change then for Everton. Moise Keane coming on in place of Gylfi Sigurdsson, so extra striker being thrown on by Carlo Ancelotti. The striker still searching for his first goal for Everton.
And there was just signs in the game against Newcastle, especially in the second half. It was just coming back towards the level. Obviously been lacking in a little bit of confidence, Moise Keane. Terrific young talent.
De Bruyne. Mahrez. And Cancelo. De Bruyne. Benjamin Mendy. Done well there. 3 to aim for with the cross. Came off the back of Mina though, and here's Fabian Delph for Everton. He holds off Phil Foden. Looks for the first time pass. Easy mistake there by Rodri, but he gets away with it. Back we go again to East London. Another goal between West Ham and Bournemouth. And West Ham, who had that wonderful first half, have surely put this game to bed now with the first goal of all season for Felipe Anderson. West Ham 4, Bournemouth 0.
Couldn't quite see, but I think it was Declan Rice that played the long ball up towards Felipe Anderson. It was an excellent pass, took it in his stride. Simple finish.
And the West Ham began that match in the bottom 3. But they're set to overtake Bournemouth. They're doing so in some style as well. De Bruyne gave the ball away there. Played the pass without looking. Richarlison. And that's straight away by Ilkay Gundogan. De Bruyne nearly found Jesus. Fabian Delph there battling away. Cancelo came off worse.
It's going to be a painful one, that, for Cancelo. Just took a knock on that right ankle.
Delph has picked up a yellow card for that. 4 years here. He was a left back, wasn't he, for a time? Last season or the season before? It may have been 2 ago now. A player who was brought in to add some guarding experience for Everton. It's been a season for him which has been hampered by injuries to this point. It's been a yellow card now, the England international. And they're conjuring here, City. Ball by De Bruyne and Riyad Mahrez. Difficult chance that, dropping over his shoulder.
Yeah, not easy. It should have been marked better. Just a little clipped straight ball from De Bruyne into Mahrez.
Moise Keane. Testing with Fernandinho.
Yeah, he could be a threat, Moise Keane, if he gets himself on Fernandinho. Certainly going to beat him for pace if Everton can clip some balls down the side. Oh, good flick.
Oh, Moise Keane could be away here. Claudio Bravo came out well. Used his feet. And got the job done. Bravo there. Exuding confidence. Oh, and they're giving the ball away. Keane. Chance again for him. Calvert-Lewin's there too. Now Theo Walcott. And it's going to be turned in by Richarlison. Well then, goodness me. Everton right back in the game. And Claudio Bravo. What was he playing at there? All of a sudden, game on again.
Wow. Out of absolutely nothing. Man City were in total control. Picks a ridiculous pass that's never on. Richarlison blocked the first one, then Moise Keane was trying to wriggle to get his shot away. Walcott takes the strike on. He is onside there, Richarlison, at the far post. Now City all of a sudden are under it yet again. It's a crazy goal to give away. It's happening for Richarlison. And Theo Walcott took the shot on, which took a deflection off Mendy. Now City, with 20 minutes to go, will be under a little bit of stress.
Calamitous that from Claudio Bravo. And then they're only playing because of the illness for Edison. But Everton now right back in the game again here. Let's go back to Carrow Road again. Another update from that match between Norwich and Crystal Palace. And Norwich coming close yet again to a second goal. This time they've hit the frame with the goal, off the bar there. It was Kenny McLean with the shot it was. Gaeta was beaten, still just 1-0 they lead. Luca Dean with the header for Everton, who'll be rejuvenated now. I believe they can pinch something here. This is Ilkay Gundogan. Jesus is there with a header. Trick chance, but Pickford made the save.
He shouldn't be running off the back of Yeremina. Again, it was borderline whether Jesus was on or offside. Centre half in no man's land there.
So the game to come to round off New Year's Day from the Emirates. Cracking game in store. Arsenal just 1 point from their 2 matches so far under Mikel Arteta. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's team, who got back to winning ways a few days ago at Burnley, looking to close the gap on Chelsea, keep alive their top 4 hopes this season. In terms of the team news, 4 alterations made by Arteta today. Watch those coming in, Xhaka and Pepe. They lost against Chelsea at the Emirates a few days ago. For United, 3 changes made. Lingard, Shaw and Wan-Bissaka all coming in. Paul Pogba not in the matchday squad. Make of that what you will. Luca D, and a free kick there. Came from 2 down against City only a few days ago. So win that match at Molineux. Everton will push on now to try and get something here. Gift of a goal to get back in the game.
Yeah, credit Carlo Ancelotti for getting his team back into this game with the substitutions he's made. You're right, Joe. Crazy goal to give away. Ball up to that front 3, Moise Keane, Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison. They could be a threat here, Everton.
Foden going down there, wants seen to be a foul by Tom Davies.
Just a little foul. He's unlucky, Tom Davies. He thought he could win the ball there. Just come through the side of Phil Foden.
Well won by Dean. It's a good ball from Richarlison. It's up against Rodri. Dean provides support. Find De Bruyne. Delph. Sidibe. Moyes Keane's unmarked here. Oh, good chance for the teenager.
He'd have fancied that as well, Moyes Keane. He got the flight of the ball well enough. And see him completely unmarked. It's a good ball for Steve. He should do a lot better, Moyes Keane.
Remember the similar technique that we saw from Sebastian Haller scoring for West Ham against Bournemouth in the first half of that game today. Not to be there for the Italian. De Bruyne. Foden. He's got through here somehow. Got a pass on two, but he might go all the way himself. Sidibe's covering tackle. Andre Mariner gives no penalty. It'll be checked from afar. Meantime, here goes Calvert-Lewin. Claudio Bravo mopping up. Dangerous tackle that by Sidibe.
Very difficult to tell in real time. I think the worry for Man City was how on earth, sorry for Everton, is how on earth Phil Foden got himself between a couple of players.
Here's Walcott. Gundogan. Open game now. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, what a wonderful pass that is. Jesus. Mahrez. Good defending by Holgate.
Brilliant block. Not great defending from Sidibe, but it was from Mason Holgate.
Mahrez, Gundogan, Mahrez. Some good football here now. Jesus again off the upright.
Should score.
The flag stayed down there.
Yeah, Mason Holgate was playing him onside. I think he panicked there. He went for power. Jesus should have just buried in the bottom right-hand corner.
It's becoming a gripping game to watch now. Foden.
City have made this an emotional game, haven't they?
Gundogan. Jesus going over there. No foul that time, but the earlier challenge on Foden was of more interest. And Sidibe went back. Here it is, Dom.
It looks like a penalty, doesn't it? Let's see another angle of that. Didn't look as though Sidibe got much of the ball.
Well, there's not been a stoppage yet in the game since that happened. And I'm sure Andre Mariner would have been in discussion by the earpiece with the VAR David Coots. Delph linking with Walcott. Delph over the top, Calvert-Lewin jumping, flicked away by Garcia. Foden now. He goes down, free kick to Manchester City. The yellow card for that challenge. Davies the recipient. Meantime, let's head to the London Stadium for a very controversial moment here, John. Aaron Cresswell was shown a straight red card for that challenge by the referee Graham Scott on Ryan Fraser. See the red card coming out there, but it was overturned by the VAR Lee Mason, and a yellow card given. So the red overturned, only a yellow. Dom, what do you make of that?
I thought it was a red card. I thought there was plenty of force and aggression in there from Cresswell. And that was the Jesus chance for the match ball. Just went for pure power. He was calm there. He could have placed that into the bottom right-hand corner. That would have been the game done.
Important tackle there by Garcia on Moyes Keane. It's a big calls to make going back to that West Ham Bournemouth game. Lee Mason, the VAR today. And twice, West Ham have been beneficiaries.
I actually thought the referee made the original decision. Well, that was the right one. I'm not sure that was clear and obvious to reverse that to a yellow.
10 to go here. Likewise in the two other games, and some gripping finales all over the country right now.
He shouldn't even be making that sort of tackle. Cresswell leading 4-0 at home, absolutely cruising.
Foden for De Bruyne. Mahrez, Foden, Jesus looking to place one, well saved by Pickford. And Cancelo.
Good play between those three up top, Mahrez, Phil Foden and Jesus. Clever football.
It's easy on the eye. Jesus doing one again there. De Bruyne. Jesus caught off the ball. Shot by De Bruyne, blocked by Delph. Jesus has stayed down. Theo Walcott has it. Just be winded there, the Brazilian, as we go off to the London Stadium again. And we'll go back there in a moment's time. There was some treatment required here.
Yerry Mina was the closest player towards Jesus. Let's just see if there's anything from Yerry Mina. There's nothing in that whatsoever. Dear me.
Yeah, not good viewing that from Jesus' point of view. So let's go back to the London Stadium again. West Ham 4 up, but Dominic Solanke with a chance for Bournemouth to try and pull one back here. Leaping up right there with the header. A striker for whom goals are proving very hard to come by right now. He's yet to score for Bournemouth, just one goal in over 50 matches now for Liverpool and Bournemouth combined.
Yeah, he's got no confidence at all, has he, Solanke? It should have been an easy finish. Little ball from Ryan Fraser.
It's still 4-0 there, West Ham, who should be over the line in that game. And out of the bottom three tonight. Phil Foden going off then here. David Silva coming on. Back in the action after nearly a month out, David Silva. Foden may well prove to be his long-term successor in the team.
Great performance from Phil Foden today. And he's done his defensive duties, but when he's been on the ball, he's looked very calm, assured. He's trying to drive on from midfield. He's going to score a lot of goals in his career, Phil Foden.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin, decent touch. Back for Theo Walcott. One ball over the top there. City were exposed. Davies in now towards Richarlison. Goes behind for a corner.
A thumbs up from Calvert-Lewin. Excellent ball from back to front. Just ran off the back of Eric Garcia. See him going in behind. Benjamin Mendy gets a little bit lucky. He has a little flick out. I think he tries to pull out the tackle, to be fair to Mendy.
Everton still believe Luca Dean will take the corner. Tom Davies up. It's the captain's armband now, Davies, in the absence of Seamus Coleman. He was taken off.
That's not an easy one for Tom Davies under pressure.
Heading for his first defeat since his return to the Premier League, Carlo Ancelotti.
I tell you, he's waving his side forward though. He feels as though they've got a chance of getting something out of this game.
Still animated Pep Guardiola.
You can see he's got a front four now, Carlo Ancelotti. He's certainly going for this Everton.
Stumped on by Fernandinho. chances for the hat-trick. Jesus is yet to score one in a league game for City. Got a couple in cup matches. Sadibi going long. Calvert-Lewin. Top his toes by Fernandinho, and then Calvert-Lewin going in with a pretty strong tackle there, and he would perhaps say reckless too. There's a card coming for that. I think the card's just going to be yellow. That'll be checked too, Tom.
Yeah, it will be checked. Just coming across. Ooh. The only thing that saves him, because he jumps in, he lunges in, that he gets all of the ball, and he's low, Calvert-Lewin. And that's a correct call.
So a yellow for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Let's go back to Carrow Road again. Drama late in this game. Norwich and Crystal Palace. Norwich with so many chances to put this game to bed, but they have been pegged back now by Crystal Palace. Connor Wickham there with the finish. Offside was given originally, but then overturned by VAR. Connor Wickham deemed to be onside there. Goal stands now 1-1.
Great call from VAR. I think to the naked eye, everyone thought Connor Wickham was offside. Looks a shame for Norwich, but that is the right decision by John Moss and the team.
It's a first goal in just over 3 years in league football for Connor Wickham, a former Ipswich Town player too, against their big East Anglian rivals.
Just can't buy a win, can they?
Norwich, again, hasn't it, for Norwich? Goodness me.
Oh, played some great football. It's looking like only one win in 16.
They dropped 12 points in December alone from winning positions, and 2 more might slip away today.
I think if there was ever a game that summed them up, it was the Wolves game, where they battered Wolves. They should have been 4 or 5-0 up at half-time. Couldn't get that second goal and went on to lose the game.
De Bruyne's free kick here. He goes behind for a corner. It's going to leave Norwich 7 points from safety, the way the table stands right now. Morris. It's Mendy. De Bruyne. Points not safe in this one yet for Manchester City. Sadibi. Holgate.
I get the feeling there's something for Everton here. They can be brave enough, commit a few bodies forward. We might just put Man City under a little bit of stress.
Garcia. I think he was caught from behind there by Calvert-Lewin, but no foul given. The throw for Everton. Mina. Holgate. City retreating. Everton probing. Yerry Mina. See with a good block. Tom Davies now. Sadibi.
I like the Wolves game now. Rodri's gone to play. I think it's a third centre-half alongside Fernandinho and Eric Garcia.
Sadibi switch to play. Luca Dean. Richarlison. Dean goes again. Cancelo came back. Goal kick.
Good decision and good tracking back that by Cancelo. Didn't fall for the 1-2. He made sure he got back into position. Put a real good tackle in.
good battle. Second half, very watchable.
Much better Everton in the second half. I think once you've got Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin and Moise Kean on the pitch, you can get the ball in and around that three. It can be dangerous.
Here's Calvert-Lewin, still for the running. Sidibe. End of the festive fixtures, but no lack of energy in this Everton side now as we go into stoppage time, and still plenty of time. 4 more minutes to play. Holgate losing out there to Jesus. David Silva. Cancelo.
I don't think there's anyone on the pitch more calmer than Ilkay Gundogan. Never ever panics. And they're going to need him on the ball. And this man, David Silva, take the sting out of the game.
Mahrez. Team back for Jordan Pickford, who will launch it long for Everton. Ilkay Gundogan. Only a month ago, Everton were a team in the bottom three themselves.
Just got to find a way, Joe, trying to play 15, 20 yards further up the pitch if they can, Everton. See, they're trying to hunt down the ball.
I think they're showing now that was maybe a false position, given the players they have. They keep their place in the top half. As things stand right now, and despite potential defeat here. Sidibe's gone down, wins a free kick. I'm going to see Raheem Sterling coming on for a late cameo for City.
I wonder now if Everton just get this free kick and launch it into the box. Don't take any chances, just pump it in there. Hope for a lucky break.
We had Mahrez going off. Only the second game that Sterling's not started in the league this season for City. The one being the 8-0 win against Watford here back in September. They are though up there pretty much now for Everton.
Yeah, got to aim for Yerry Mina, Mason Holgate. Win the first one, keep the ball alive.
Mina wins the flick on. There's Fernandinho, Mina's there again. Only able to for Garcia, but only as far as Sidibe. Luca Dean. It's a corner for Everton. Their fans are buoyant behind that goal.
Cancelo wants a foul, but it wasn't. Richarlison had just stood his ground. He knew that Luca Dean was in a good position behind him. Theo Walcott, I'd be whipping this right under Claudio Bravio.
Well, the quality of service now all important. To do the ball first.
I think that's what Mason Holgate's saying as well. Get underneath the goalkeeper. He's not the tallest. Stick it straight underneath Bravo.
This might just be the last chance for Everton to get a point. Walcott with the ball then. Defended by De Bruyne.
Great header from Kevin De Bruyne there.
There's Luca Dean. He needs to go long again from Delph. Fernandinho there wins the ball. Mier. Jesus going down. No foul given there. Added time now on stoppage time. Sidibe being closed down. And that's a foul by Holgate. And that may just about be that.
Yeah, great foul to get that from Kevin De Bruyne. Raheem Sterling left him short with a pass. Get a free kick there. 3 points are surely Man City's.
Now the games on the goal rush have both now finished. We'll bring you the full-time scene shortly. It's all over here too. Back-to-back wins then for Pep Guardiola. A winning start for the new year for him. And a first defeat since his return to English football for Carlo Ancelotti and for Everton. 2 goals from Gabriel Jesus, the match winner for City here. Richarlison pulled one back after Claudio Bravo's bizarre mistake in the City goal. But City hung on, Everton pushed for the equaliser. But the defending champions get 3 points, having won this fixture by 2 goals to 1. But the big winners of the day in